Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. My name is Dan W, and I'm going to get straight into it with my first review from the first Guardians of the Galaxy wave of the year. Now this is obviously Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and this is the Build-A-Figure Titus. So as you can see, we've got Star-Lord in front of me, and that's what we're going to be reviewing today. So if we have a quick spin around, you can see the artwork on the back, and then you get the picture of the figure, plus a list of all the figures that we need to complete the Titus Build-A-Figure. I don't know much about Titus, so I'm very interested to build him and find out more about him. So yeah, spin around, more side art, and there he is, Star-Lord in the front with an unmasked Chris Pratt style head, and then obviously his Star-Lord helmet. So yeah, let's open this guy up and let's see what we think. Pow, and here he is straight out of packaging, Star-Lord, and as always I give you my first impressions, and I really like the figure. Yes, I know I'm a little bit biased because I love the MCU and I do like the movie figures, but it's a good figure regardless. And if you are reading the modern Guardians of the Galaxy comics, he is starting to look more and more like this Chris Pratt style Star-Lord. Now for accessories, we only get the guns, and then we get this unmasked Chris Pratt style head. Now this head is a lot better than the one we got from 2014. It does look like Chris Pratt in my opinion. I'll show you a closer look of that in a minute. But other than that, we just get these guns and then obviously the Star-Lord helmet. Now, yes, we could have got more accessories, but if you think about it, in the second Guardians of the Galaxy wave coming out this year, as you can see here from a picture from New York Toy Fair, we're going to get another movie version Star-Lord, and this one's going to have the longer jacket, it's got the scarf, he's wearing the gloves, he's got a little smirk. So we probably will get some more accessories, or at least an opportunity to sort of mix and match how you want your movie Star-Lord to look on the shelf, whether you like the long jacket, shorter jacket. I probably won't have mine with the scarf, but as I said, I don't know what accessories we're going to get. But for this guy, you can either have him with the helmet, or we can take that helmet off, put the Chris Pratt style head on, and then have him as a dressed down Star-Lord, because you get these sort of notches here, and then if you take the guns off, you can sort of, using the smaller sort of trigger hole for the guns, you can attach them to the side. Now, if you've got your Star-Lord posed on the shelf and you just want him to sort of statically stand there, unthreatening, then you can do that nice and simple. But if you want to start doing some ACBA, oh, focus. There we go. But if you do want to start doing some ACBA and stuff with this guy, as soon as you start posing this figure around, they will fall off, which is a little bit disappointing. But as I said, for me, it's just going to be sitting on my shelf or a few shots with some dios. So I do think it looks pretty good, and I like that they give you that option to at least store the accessories, because I know a lot of people do just end up losing accessories. But yeah, he's wearing his t-shirt. You see from the trailers, sorry, I see they fell off again. Obviously the shorter jacket, and I'll show you a close-up of this, both heads. So there you go, here's a closer look of the Chris Pratt style head, and if you spin that round, you can see the beard is sculpted in, some nice hair detail as well. And people have been saying it doesn't look too much like him, but what do you expect from a 6-inch figure? I reckon it does. You can tell that is Chris Pratt, so I think they've done a really good job, so fair play Hasbro. So here's our newly sculpted Star-Lord helmet. As you can see, it's got the new hair quiff just poking over the helmet, and it is a newly sculpted one. It's not just a reissue from the first time we got Star-Lord in Marvel Legends form. It's a brand new helmet, some really good paint detail and some sculpting detail on there, and I think it looks really good. It's a good helmet, and we get both of these heads that you get with this figure are really good and very movie accurate. I can't say that word, can I? Moving on. Now let's get into some comparisons, and here he is compared to the first time we got Star-Lord movie figure back in 2014, and as you can see, the first major difference is the head sculpt. Now, I don't know if you've noticed this before, but this guy is majorly tangoed. I didn't notice it until I've compared him to this guy, and the skin tones are drastically different, but yeah, the head sculpts alone are really different. I do like the hair sculpt on this guy, but the beard is just painted on. This time, the whole head is sort of sculpted really well. So yeah, first major difference is the heads. This one wins hands down, but the jackets, in my opinion, this one wins. The jacket details are just really better. I do really like the longer jacket as well, and it's got like a black wash to it, and the details are just a little bit nicer on the older jacket than this new one. This one's wearing gloves, this one isn't. This one's got the rocket booster jets on his feet, this one hasn't. The guns are the same, but just a different repaint. Obviously this one come with the more accessories. You can take that harness off and put on that guy, that's not a problem. And he also come with the headphones, the tape, and the orb. Now obviously he can hold the orb if you really want him to, but you can have the headphones if you wanted him to as well. So he can still be Star-Lord listening to some music. You can have him proper casually down now with his guns on his side. I apologise if this unfocuses while I'm doing it, but yeah, you can have him sort of just a casual Star-Lord listening to some music. Guardians of the Galaxy Tape 2 or Volume 2 is it now, but does that fit in there? There you go, you can put it in between the fingers, and there you go, look. You can use the old accessories on this guy if you wanted, if you really wanted to. So it's not a big deal. If you have the old figure, you can use those accessories. Let me change the heads real quick and show you as well. Now, just for the fun, in case anyone wanted to know, you can swap the heads round. So obviously the older figure is now wearing the new head, and even though it's a little bit bigger, it doesn't look too bad overall scaled on the old figure, but this new one looks ridiculous. He looks like a droid from some sort of Star Wars. And if we swap these round again, so this guy is wearing the old head. Oh my God, how stupid does that look? To be fair, I don't think the unmasked one will look too bad on this one, but maybe the skin tones will be a little bit different. Okay, so there's the two unmasked heads swapped around. And as I've mentioned, the scale is a little bit different, but it doesn't look too bad on the old character. You have to ignore the neck colours are different to the skin tone, but it doesn't look too bad. But this guy, as you can see, the head just don't. And just to finish off this video, I thought I'd show you the brand new Star-Lord compared to the rest of his Guardians of the Galaxy crew. All of these figures are from the first Guardians of the Galaxy wave, so by the end of the year, we're going to have brand new figures to replace all of these. I can't wait to get the new Rocket, because this guy is just basically a statue. The new Gamora looks really good as well. The new Drax I've already got, so I will be reviewing that later this week, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, obviously Groot is now a little baby, or toddler Groot, or whatever he is. So this team is going to completely change by the time we see the second film, and we're also going to have him in Marvel Legends form, which is exciting times. But yeah, massive fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think the film is in my top 3 of the MCU. I'm not too sure. Maybe one day I'll do my top 10 MCU films. But yeah, here's Chris Pratt, aka Star-Lord. Thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll be doing more reviews from this Guardians of the Galaxy wave this week. Stay tuned.